over 40 years studying Bearilla. He actually had a encounter with Bearilla whenever he was younger. Let me back up a little bit and tell you about Bearilla. Bearilla was seen, I think it was, I'm going to get the time wrong, 1972, was seen by a farmer who described the creature as looking half like a bear and half like a gorilla, and kind of like a werewolf. So that's why this kind of falls within the whole Dogman thing. Um, so approximately 6 foot tall, or around 2 meters tall, black with silver in the hair, long arms that were longer than the legs, and travels on 2 or 4 legs quite easily. In 2012, it was seen by Afton Fairchild, or Afton Fairchild talked about tearing the face off of cattle for sport and not to eat. In 1981, now this is where things start to link in. They actually talked about in 1981 a fatal attack. The fatal attack they were talking about, which is really kind of funny, is the LBL massacre. It took me a little while to dig in there and really get to figuring out what they were talking about. But it was actually the LBL massacre, which is highly debatable because there's no evidence to prove that one way or the other. But Ron Coffey and his wife Lori Coffey run Gateway Paranormal, and they are the primary go-tos on Bearilla. Bearilla has been very closely linked in with Dogman because it really fits in with the description of Dogman. All right, what you guys think?
It's interesting when you mentioned how it was ripping the face off the cattle. My mind went instantly to the Gugwi, the face eaters. And that would fit the description too, though. I mean, if it's got more like gorilla-like arms where they're longer than the legs, that's more a primate. That's not really a canid thing. Because I mean, there's not really many canids that have, longer forelimbs than the hind limbs.
That is true. But we do have to take into account that has been reported several times on Dogman eyewitness accounts, where even when it was on 4 legs, it kind of has that hyena look where the front legs seem to be a little bit longer than the rear legs. So take it or leave it. I mean, it's something in the description. And they did say it traveled quite well on 4 legs and then was able to travel equally as well on 2.
Interesting. Did they ever describe the digits at all? Like what the fingers were like, what shape they were?
Nope. There was nothing about that. They did talk about that they had found tracks, but there was never